Elise Chamberlain, good evening. You're watching East Midlands today. First tonight, a holidaymaker from Leicestershire has described being caught up in the conflicts in the Middle East. Nikita Middleton-Tolley arrived in Dubai on Thursday and her return flight home has been cancelled. She's described hearing the loudest bang of her life as missiles were intercepted. Well, East Midlands Airport is urging passengers to check before they travel. Sarah Hawley has this report.
Since the conflict began, more than 100,000 Britons have registered their presence in the Middle East with the UK government. Some have moved permanently from the UK and live and work over there. Others are on holiday, like Nikita Middleton-Tolley from Earl Shilton in Leicestershire. She arrived in Dubai with her friend Elise on Thursday.
On Saturday, we were at a beach club and we were told that things were escalating with the whole situation. And whilst we were at that beach club, we then saw some missiles being intercepted in the sky. We heard a lot of explosions, like yesterday morning. There were quite a few, quite early on in the morning, and then this morning as well, we were woken up by explosions as well at around 9 o'clock.
More than 4,000 flights a day have been cancelled across the region since the conflict began on Saturday, affecting hundreds of thousands of travellers. It's one of the most serious disruptions to global travel since the COVID pandemic. Nikita says she doesn't know how long she'll be stranded in Dubai.
We literally just received an email to say that it's been cancelled and we have no further update on when we can rebook. Initially, I kind of just wanted to come home as soon as possible, but I think today I've been a lot more calm about it. But I suppose if we have to stay, then we have to stay. There's not really much that we can obviously do about it.
Dubai Airport announced this afternoon it would be reopening to allow a limited number of flights to go ahead. Meanwhile, the Foreign Office is advising against all but essential travel to most of the Middle East.
Sarah Hawley reporting. Next tonight, Nottinghamshire police officers have been questioned at a public inquiry today about the force's repeated failure to stop Valdo Calacane before he went on to fatally stab 3 people and seriously injure 3 others. The Nottingham inquiry is examining the events leading up to the attacks in June 2023. Emily Williamson reports on today's proceedings.
The inquiry is now into its second week of hearing evidence at Mary Ward House in central London. Today, on day 5, officers from Nottinghamshire Police have been explaining to the hearing why they didn't formally link early interactions with Valdo Calacane 3 years before he stabbed to death Ian Coates, Barnaby Webber and Grace O'Malley Kumar, while seriously injuring 3 others. In May 2020, there were 2 incidents involving Calacane being violent and aggressive on the same day and in the same location, but they weren't formally linked by Nottinghamshire Police, nor were any further incidents involving Calacane. Now, giving evidence today, Police Inspector Sharon Jit Power accepted the force should have done more.
We could have gone through VC's record and looked at all associated occurrences on niche, and that would have been available to us to review what the risks were.
And looking back at your failure to do so, do you consider that was something that was quite widespread in Nottinghamshire Police in respect of these kinds of incidents?
In my opinion, yes.
Now, Nottinghamshire Police didn't pursue a criminal prosecution. Calacane didn't have a formal diagnosis of paranoid schizophrenia at the time, but a psychiatrist had emailed the police force to say he wasn't in touch with reality due to his mental health. Calacane was released from custody to his flat in Brook Court in Radford at 7:18 p.m. on the 24th of May 2020. Just 11 minutes later, police received a 999 call from a concerned resident that he was trying to break into another flat. This led to a young woman falling from her first floor window, seriously injuring herself, trying to escape him. The inquiry heard they didn't join the dots. Police Sergeant Stephen Swift explained the process this afternoon to the counsel to the inquiry, Julian Blake Casey.
Can you assist us with how straightforward it would have been to have formally linked them on the niche system?
Very simple. There's a section within the occurrence where you can associate an occurrence to another. You can simply drag and drop, and there's a drop-down selector which then allows you to classify the reason for the link.
Do you have a view as to whether the second incident should have been linked formally to the first incident?
Yes, I do.
And what is your view?
It should have been linked.
Well, the inquiry has adjourned for the day. Further witnesses will be called tomorrow morning from 10 o'clock. The hearing will, of course, be streamed on YouTube on the Nottingham Inquiry page.
Now on to the news, and a decommissioned postbox is being unveiled in a Leicestershire town so its renowned mystery knitter can keep displaying their work. Fundraisers came to the rescue when the old Syston box was replaced with a new solar-panelled one. It was feared that would mean the end of Syston's knitting Banksy's well-known toppers, but villagers rallied round, bought, repaired and installed an old-fashioned version so the handiwork can continue. Time now for the weather. Here's Kaye.
Good evening. It's been a beauty today. We've had lots of lovely spring-like sunshine and the warmth to match as well. 16 degrees we reached this afternoon. Have got a little blip to come through tonight. We've got a weather front that's pushing its way in from the west, but it's a real weak affair, so it's not giving much rain at all. Just a strip of cloud really by the end of the night, and temperatures getting down to around 4 or 5 degrees for some in the countryside spots, so a little cooler than last night. But tomorrow morning we start off with that cloud that will hang around for a bit, even just 1 or 2 spots of rain to go with that as well. It does clear for a time and then pushes its way back in, but as I say, mostly dry throughout the day tomorrow and a bit of sunshine. A little cooler, 10 or 11 degrees is the maximum, but things are going to warm up again later on this week. Lots of sunshine by Thursday, temperatures back up to 16 Celsius.
Well, that's all from the Late News team. Thanks for joining us tonight. Bye-bye.